Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to MindMatrix. So again, we will be continuing with the questions we have left in our last session. So I hope you liked the last session and last few sessions where we were solving some good questions, to develop your good understanding about the problems, how you can solve them. Okay, and I hope you loved those videos. So in the this video, we will be again, continuing further with the same question, basically not the same question but the next question what we were having, and I hope you have done some kind of homework. At least you might have tried the problem I told you to try. Okay, so if you are having some idea about that, then it is good. If you are not having, we will be solving, but yeah, it won't be that, it won't be helping that much, which you could be, which you could take benefit of if you could have solved it yourself, if you could have tried it yourself. Okay, so yeah, let's proceed further. So here is a brief intro about myself, and yeah, these are the last slide you have already seen. Okay, so this is the problem we'll be talking about in this session. So let's just start this. Before starting the session, I hope you are like the complete series. So please give thumbs up, okay, and check out the complete playlist, okay, and share it with your friends. Comment down your learning, your views, your feedback. I would be interested to know that. Okay, so let's start with this question. So the question is, an interval of length 1, say 0, 1, is divided into 3 intervals by choosing 2 points at random. So, this is like basic stuff over here. We are having an interval of length 1 from 0 to 1. So, let's suppose if I talk about the number line, this can go further, and this is like this. So, this is 0, and this is I'm having 1. This is 0, and this is 1. Okay. So over here it is not telling me exact interval, basically the closed or open one. It is basically both the points are included, to be honest. Okay, I'm telling you like straightforward. Okay, no need to get confused. So both the points are included over here. So we are having this line segment, okay, or this line. What is the length of this line? So because it is from 0 to 1, so it is like by default 1 unit is the length of this line. I hope you are clear with that. Okay, I hope you're clear with this, that the length of this line segment, let's suppose this is point A, this is point B, the length of AB line segment is 1 unit. Okay, so now this is being told that this line segment or this interval is divided into 3 intervals. We have broken down this into 3 parts by choosing 2 points at random. What is this? We are choosing 2 points and the interval is into, getting split into 3 parts. Yes. How is that possible? If you don't know this, so yeah, this is the first point. Let's say I have picked up. This is the second point. Let's say I have picked up. Let's say that let's call this point as P. Let's call this point as Q. Okay, so are we getting 3 intervals or not? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we are getting 3 intervals by choosing 2 points at random in between. Okay, and that is P and Q. Straightforward up till this point. Okay, so definitely we are getting some kind of, some intervals, which is AP, PQ and QB. We are getting these kind of intervals. Okay, now what is the probability that 3 line segments, whatever we have formed right now, form a triangle? That AP, PQ, QB can make a triangle. What is the probability of that? So you must be thinking, what the hell is this? Because this is a straight line, how we can create a triangle with a straight line? No, the point is not that. The point is I'm having these line segments now. Okay, this is talking about these line segments. So if I try joining them, can I create a triangle with that? The answer is, the question is that. And if that is so, what is the probability of creating, such kind of line segment, such kind of formation, such that it leads to a kind of triangle, such that it leads to a triangle? Okay, that is the probability we need to find. Again, an interesting and good question we are having over here. So let's see this over here. How do we create this? How do we solve this question now? So the point is, we'll talk about this thing, triangle formation later on. First of all, let's understand our sample space. The sample space talks about what are the possibilities we can break it into. Whatever are the possibilities that creates my sample space. Okay, and my event will become that. Okay, after breaking, in what way other condition I can use so that I can have a triangle formed by these three line segment. So the sample space will talk about only P and condition on P and Q. Simple, okay, that we can break it up. So just tell me about this thing. So let's suppose AP is equal to X. Let's suppose AP is equal to X. PQ is equal to Y. What is QB? What is QB? Just think about this. That is very simple. If this AP length is X, this is Y, and I know this complete is 1, then X plus Y is AQ, and BQ becomes 1 minus length AQ, which is X plus Y. So QB is nothing but 1 minus X plus Y. Okay, 1 minus X plus Y, which is 1 minus X minus Y. Okay, so you know all the situation now, that okay, what can be this X value? Just tell me what is the possibility, as A and B is the interval between 0 and 1. So P will also be between 0 and 1, Q will also be 0 and 1. But what must be the condition to partition this, to have this? So the first thing, X must be 0 less than 1. Can I say X can be 1 as well? If I if I put P point to be here, then Q also has to be here. Yes or no? If I point, put P point, because I needed 2 points at random, na? So that those points can also be on the same point. Those points can coincide as well. So it may be like P and Q both are this, or maybe a case that P and Q both are over here, or maybe one of the case that P and Q both are present over here on A, or P and Q both are present over here on B, or like over here you can see like the different combination. Okay, so that means my length AP can be from 0 to 1, anything. What about Q? What about Q? So you already know that okay, AP length is decided, which is X. If I have marked AP to be X, if I have marked this to be X, now I need to just think about Q. What is the range for Q left? What is the range of Q left? So if you just think about this, what is the length left over here? What is the length of left over here? This is 1 minus X. If X is this particular portion, if X is this much, then what is PB? PB is nothing but 1 minus X. I hope you are clear with that. So that means now my Q point can be, because Q was telling me Y, sorry, not Q, basically PQ. PQ was my Y distance. Now PQ can be 0 if Q is on P, and PQ can be equal to PB length as well if Q lies on B. Okay, so there is this kind of what should I say, range for Y value. Y was the length of PQ, so Y can be 0 or equal to entire length of PB. So what is the condition of Y? Y can be 0 or it can be less than equal to 1 minus X. Why 0? Because Q will then be coinciding on P. If Y is 0, then Q will coincide on B. P for pet. And if Y is equal to 1 minus X, if this was Y, if Y is completely equal to 1 minus X, that means Q is lying on the point B. I hope that is clear. Okay. So on P and Q, we have made these conditions on P and Q. So because like AP, PQ and QB are formed by P and Q only. So with P and Q, we have created these two conditions, which are important. Okay. So you can see over here, the first condition tells me that X is less than equal to 0, X is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 1. What about Y? So Y is, what should I say? Yeah, Y is greater than equal to 0. And if I, just consider this one here, and if I consider these two, what I'll get? This will tell me that, okay, X plus Y is less than equal to 1. So these are the three conditions I'm having now. These are the three conditions I'm having over here now. And we already know, like, okay, that Y is also less than 1. We already know that as well. Y will also be less than 1 because Y entire length can also be not greater than 1. We also know that even if, I put P on A and Q on B, then Y will be 1. So we have a maximum limit for Y as well, which we can write over here. Okay, that Y is less than equal to 1. But that is, just uh, the better version of this condition is this: y is less than equal to 1 minus x, because we won't be talking about this completely. If I just depend on x, I can directly say, because when I'm saying that p would be on a and q on b, then it will be, completely 1. So then I'm saying that p coming on a, x is 0 at that point of time, and x is 0. That means you can see what will be happening in that case. So it will be from 1 to 1. So that is the kind of scenario I'm talking about. Okay, if x is 0. So I hope that is clear. Sorry, then in that case y can be from 0 to 1. So that is the clear, that its scenario is clear. Okay, so the better version is this one only. So we have these three conditions. So let me just remove this one. So up till this point, I have not talked about the triangle formation. I have only talked about the condition so that we can divide it into valid intervals, because I cannot do this thing now, that something like this. I cannot say that, P is lying over here or Q is lying over here. We can't say that. So P has to be in between that. If I'm considering P to be first, and Q has to be in between this. So based on these only, we are getting these three conditions. These three conditions. Let me write these conditions over here, and then we'll move further. Okay. What are these conditions? That okay, x is 0 less than 1, y is greater than equal to 0, and x plus y is less than equal to 1. Okay, so if you draw a graph, you'll get to know what exactly are this area, what exactly this is going to refer to. Okay, so now see, this is important. This was a straight line only. This was the interval I was only talking about. But now, just because we have taken some variable x and y, so based on that, we are going to plot and identify the okay, how it is going to work, as we have discussed in the previous few examples. Okay, so x is going to be between 0 and 1. So 0, and let's say this is 1. Over here also this is 0, and let's say this is 1. So x is going to be in between this, and y is going to be greater than this. So x is going to be in between this. Okay, so yeah, I should mark this, that okay, whatever point we'll be talking about will be within this. Okay, and above this we will be considering, because y is greater than 0. Now what is this point? What exactly do we get if we do this? X plus y less than equal to 1. X plus y less than equal to 1. What does that mean? So if you know basic of coordinate geometry, okay, then you'll know what is it talking about. So if I talk about x plus y equals 1 line, this is this line. You can just plot it up by putting the points. If put y equals 1, you'll get x 0. Put x equals 1, you'll get y equals 0, and similarly you can find out. Okay, so this is the line. Now which side I must be talking about, because there is an inequality. Should the side be this one or this one, above this or below this? Which side? So we'll use the 0 0 to identify that. If 0 0 satisfies that condition, that 0 0 is in that particular area, where this exactly region is telling me that which region is that. So 0 0 less than equal to 1, yes. So what is the area in which 0 0 lies? This one. So it is talking about this particular area. Okay, this particular area. Now if you create the common portion to all of these, that means x between 0 and 1, y must be greater than 0, and x and y we completely should be from below this part, below this line. So what do you get over here? I'll just mark what exactly your sample space becomes. X is between this, so yeah, I'm talking about complete this area. Y is above this, so I'm talking about this portion, and y is over here. Okay, so that means this is going to be the area. My sample space is going to be this one. Okay, this is important. This is my sample space. And what is the area of this sample space? What is the area of this sample space? That is very simple. We already know that. So this is the kind of triangle which is being formed. Height is 1, base is 1. What do I get? Half of base into height, which is nothing but half. So that is my sample space size. That is the sample space size. I hope that is clear. Sample space size. I got this. Okay. Sample space is the area of this one, which is nothing but 1 by 2. I hope this is clear. Now we will talk about this triangle stuff. Okay, when can I get this triangle? So for that I need to erase these things. Okay, and I'll show you exactly how does this work. So I guess these things are, yeah, I have written these condition already. Just erase this. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, yeah, I have written these conditions as well. So I'll just include, okay, let it be like this only. So the point is, will every break PQ be making a triangle? The answer is no. Let's suppose AP is only this much, PQ is also only this much, and QB is this complete 0 to 1. Just think about this, whether I can create a triangle with these or not. Don't tell me that this is a straight line. How will I create? So the thing is, let's consider this to be A, P, Q, B. So let's consider AP to be like this, and PQ would be something like this. So can I join B to A? Can I join B to A? The answer is no. So there will be no triangle formation in that case. So hence we won't be getting any triangle. Okay. So we have to, mark P and Q in such a way that when we fold it, we get a triangle. When we fold it, when we use those three lines together, we get a triangle in that case. Okay. And what is the condition for triangle? What is the condition which must be followed for triangle if we know the length of the sides? The condition is basically we follow triangle inequality. We follow triangle inequality. Let's see how does it work. Let's see how does it work. It says, let's suppose if I'm having any triangle, let's suppose this is A side, this is B side, this is C. I'm talking about the length. Always remember, the sum of two sides will always be greater than the third side. For a triangle to follow, always sum of two sides will always be greater than the third side. So it has to be C now. It is greater than B, and similarly B plus C must be greater than A. These three conditions must fulfill, then only I can say that okay, there is a triangle getting formed. Then only I can say there is a triangle getting formed. These three conditions must satisfy. Okay, so similarly we'll do that. So we know three sides AP, PQ, QB, and we know the length as well. So if I talk about that, so let's write the condition for each of them. So for AP plus PQ greater than equal to QB, what do I get? I get X plus Y must be greater than 1 minus X plus Y. Okay, like this. What do I get? I get X plus Y greater than equal to, so this will come over here, it will be twice of X plus Y. Twice of X plus Y greater than equal to 1. So X plus Y is greater than equal to 1 by 2. Okay. So this is the first one. So I'll just erase it. I hope you have noted this down. Just erase it. The funda was triangle inequality. Okay. Let's see the other two conditions. So let's talk about AP plus QB must be greater than PQ for triangle to get formed. This was the first condition, this was the second, and third we'll talk about is AP plus QB. No? So PQ plus QB must be greater than equal to AP. Okay, this also we'll talk about. So AP plus QB is what? If I just AP and QB, if I just add, see this, X and X will get cancelled. In the summation, what I'll be left with? 1 minus Y. Again, AP plus QB I'm talking about. So there is minus X, over here is it's X. So X gets cancelled. When I'll just add AP and QB, I'll be left with 1 minus Y. 1 minus Y must be greater than, what is PQ? PQ is Y. So what do I get? Y will go there. So it is, okay, Y will go there. So it's like 1 is greater than equal to Y, 2Y. So Y is less than equal to 1 by 2. y is less than equal to 1 by 2. I hope this is clear. What do I get from this one? Again, PQ is y plus QB. Y plus QB. What is that? What is that? So PQ plus QB. PQ plus QB. Y plus 1 minus x minus y. Y gets cancelled. We will be left with only 1 minus x. That must be greater than what is AP? X. So similar to that, what we will get over here? So it will be again x must be less than 1 by 2. X must be less than 1 by 2. This is what we get over here. I hope it is clear. The same scenario we have got over here. So apart from these conditions, we have got three extra conditions. We have got three extra conditions. One is this, and this. Okay. So let's just mark these conditions out for the event. That means for the points which we have chosen randomly to create a triangle. So x must be less than 1 by 2. So I'll talk about this side. Y must be less than 1 by 2. So I'll talk about this side. This is 1 by 2. And x plus y must be greater than equal to 1 by 2. So see, if I just put 0, 0, what I'll get? 0, 0 greater than equal to 1 by 2. The answer is no. And by the way, what is the line x plus y equals 1 by 2? What is the line x plus y equals 1 by 2? That is this line. I hope you can find it out again by doing the same stuff. Just put x equals 0, you'll get y equals 1 by 2. Just put y equals 0, you'll get x equals 1 by 2. So we have got this line. Okay. Okay. There is something I have done wrong. Okay, I'll just see over here. Okay, I guess. Okay, let me just see this. So AP is this AP plus PQ, x plus y must be greater than 1 minus x minus y, greater than 1 minus x. Okay, so x plus y must be greater than equal to 1 by 2. Okay, what next? This and this. So 1 minus y must be greater than equal to this. So all in all, y must be less than. So 1 is greater than 2y. Y must be less than 1 by 2. Yeah, that is fine. Again, same goes over here. So 2x must be less than 1 by 2. X must be less than 1 by 2. Okay. Do I get this kind of scenario? I guess I have written something over here. I don't know. Let's see. This and this. Okay. So x plus y has to be greater than equal to 1 by 2. But yeah. That's right. Sorry. Yeah, correct. So what is this point going to be? So this will touch it. This point will touch. Why? Because x equals 1 by 2, y equals 1 by 2. That lies on x plus y equals 1. X plus y equals 1. That touches on this. Okay. So now just tell me, what is the region these three condition tells me? Overall, this was the area in between this. This was the sample space. Within this, I'll be getting some conditions to create a triangle. So x must be, on the left of 1 by 2. Y must be less than 1 by 2. And x plus y, just put 0, 0. 0, 0 greater than 1 by 2. The answer is no. So that means it is not lying in the region where 0, 0 lies. That means origin lies. It is in the other region. That means above this. Again, let me just repeat it. If I just put 0, 0 over here, 0, 0 is greater than 1 by 2. Is it true or false? The answer is false. That means 0, 0 does not lie in the region, okay, where this condition is fulfilled. That means the condition will be fulfilled in the other side. What is that? It is on this side, because in the lower side there is origin, okay, and origin does not satisfy the condition. So that means x less than 1 by 2 over here, y less than below this point, and above this. So I'll be talking about this region now. So yeah, what is the area of this particular region now? That is very simple. I hope that won't be taking too long for you to answer now. So now you know already. It is again a right angle triangle. This is like what? This is 1 by 2, this is 1 by 2, and this is a right angle triangle, because so what is the area of this? Half of base, which is half. What is altitude? Again half. So the area is 1 by 8 of this particular portion. So what is the final answer you will be having? So area of the portion where we will get, x and y value, which will be creating a triangle, is 1 by 8. Basically, the pairing which I can have, the area for those portion is 1 by 8, and area for the portion where I can have, a valid kind of line segment division of this interval is 1 by 2. So if I calculate the probability of whatever we have calculated, that is going to be 1 by 8 divided by 1 by 2. That makes it 1 by 4 is the correct answer. I hope the idea is clear. I hope the idea is clear. Okay. So I hope now you have got the idea. There are always something which you must be doing, but it's okay if you don't know. Okay, still that is fine. Like over here, triangle inequality. If you were not knowing, it's fine. Now you have learned at least. Like in the previous one, you must be knowing. Okay, r theta. That is just based on the approach you can take, the way you can approach a question. Before that, it was a simpler one. You must be knowing the area under the curve, how you can find out for that right angle triangle wala stuff. Okay, where the area must be less than AB by 4. I hope this question is again clear. If you have liked it, so I hope do comment below. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next question. Before that, let me just give you a short revision again. So we had a line of interval from 0 to 1, and we are dividing into 3 intervals by picking up 2 points at random, let's say P and Q, and then we need to find that, okay, that the 3 line segment created AP, PQ, QB can create a triangle. We need to find that probability. So first of all, that may create triangle or may not create. So first of all, let's find out that how many ways we can have PQ so that there is a valid interval formation, because as I mentioned, P cannot be over here, or Q cannot be over here, or P cannot, or Q cannot be over here. So we created some kind of scenarios. Okay, we created A, P, Q, B, and then we had these conditions which we created, like how we have created that. I hope you remember that x must be less than equal to 1 or greater than equal to 0. Same goes for y, and then using this scenario as well, qb also have a limit. So we have created the range for each of these, and then find out what was the area for the sample space. Okay, similarly, when we found out, okay, for the triangle there must be triangle inequalities to be fulfilled, so we created that inequalities, we got these inequalities. And if we just follow this, so we get this white area present over here. Okay, and the area of this white area is nothing but 1 by 8, and area of the green part which was there was 1 by 2. If I want to calculate the probability, it's 1 by 8 by 1 by 2, which is going to be 1 by 4. Okay, so hence we get the answer as 1 by 4. I hope the idea is clear. So this is the homework problem I asked you to do. This is a simple problem. Let's solve this. It won't be taking that much long time. Okay, so again, a point S is chosen at random on a line segment AB. So let's suppose this is line segment AB. Okay, and there is a point S which is chosen. Let's suppose this is S. Okay, show that the probability that ratio of lengths of line segments AS and SB is smaller than A upon 1 plus A. So what is being mentioned? We have to show that the ratio of length AS and SB, basically AS by SB, we have to show it is less than this thing. We have to calculate the probability of this thing. We have to calculate the probability that AS by SB is less than A. And what is that value? We have to just find out that. Okay, we need to calculate this. Okay, you just tell me that, okay, what can be the value for AS? First of all, what can be value of AS if I choose S to be a random? Okay, what is the possibility of AS? AS can be 0 to AB. Like AS length can be 0 or it can be equal to AB. The maximum length is AB. Okay, that is we already know. And if I talk about this condition, that okay, it is less than that, let's see what exactly it is telling me. It is telling me that AS is less than A times of SB. A times of SB. It is telling me that okay, AS must be like this. So in that case, what will be happening? So it's a simple stuff over here. Okay, I'll just break it up so that you get to know that okay, what exactly is happening over here. So what exactly I can write for, write it for that. Okay, what exactly was my range for over here? What was my range for AS? It was from 0 to AB. Okay, so let's suppose I just say that this area, this length is A, let's suppose. Okay, or let it be X, anything you can say. Okay, let's suppose this is X. Okay, so earlier, for the sample space, like the normal thing, okay, that whatever is possible, so you'll say X can be anything from 0 to this thing AB. Okay, what about this condition? This gives you a condition that X can be less than A times of SB. Okay, if I talk about SB, what I can write, what I can write over here, let's write SB as AB minus AS, and we will be solving the issue. So X less than A times, what is SB? SB is nothing but AB minus X only. Okay, what do I get? X less than A times of AB minus AX, and X I will get as what? X I will get over here as A times of AB upon 1 plus A. Just think about this. You just get this over here, and then it is 1 plus A times of X, and then this thing, basically less than that. So now you're getting a different range for this condition. If I talk about there is no condition, then this is the range X can have, which is like AS. But if I say that this condition needs to be satisfied, in that case I'm getting this kind of condition. Okay, so what is going to be the probability for this condition to be true? So it is simply the condition we can have on X. So X is from 0 to A times of AB upon 1 plus A, and for sample space X can be from 0 to AB. So again the same thing as I mentioned in the first, not the first but the second session, where we talked about probability laws and understanding. My sample space can be an interval, it can be a range, it can be an area, it can be a volume, anything is possible. So over here, if I talk about my sample space is an interval, it is a kind of range I'm having, that for X, what is the range available? This complete AB, that is the length I'm having. So I'll just write the probability that okay, this condition is satisfied. For that, what must be the case over here? For that, what can be the situation that okay, probability for this kind of scenario, that what is the value of X possible under this condition? What is the condition? That X can lie with from this to this, whatever is this condition. This complete range is available for X. As we did in the case of area, what will we do? We find out the entire area possible. So over here, how many X values are possible? So we won't be counting each point. We can simply say the length over here. So what is the length? 0 to A times of this complete is this complete length only. So I'll say for this, the length over here, over is length of this part, for this part to be satisfied, is equal to A times of AB upon 1 plus A. Okay, length for the condition. For condition, normally, like without any condition, if I have what is the length of X possible, or whatever was what was the possibility for X. So we know already what was the length for that range. In that case, it was from 0 to AB. Now again, you want to be counting number of points within that, because ultimately what is the sample space? That is the number of elements present, or the range, or the length, or the area, or volume, something like that. So what is the possible values of X present? 0 to AB. That means if I talk about length, what is that? That is complete AB. So if I just eradicate AB, what I'll get? A upon 1 plus A, which was required probability over here. I hope the answer is clear. I hope the answer is clear. It was very simple. I hope you got the idea over here. Okay. So I hope you loved the session. You enjoyed the session. You got the idea how you can solve the problems. Okay, that okay, the sample space or the the space where we are dealing with, it can be an interval, it can be a range, it can be a area, it can be a volume, like these things. Okay, for the area we have discussed enough of the ideas, enough of the problems. Okay, so in the next session we will be starting with conditional probability and Bayes theorem. We'll first of all understand the concept, and then later on we'll be building up the questions on that, how we can solve the question, what type of questions can be asked in get data science exam. For the CS guys, you would be able to, if you are able to solve those questions, it's great, but that level will not be may not be required, to be honest. Okay, so that was all guys. Do give a thumbs up if you like the video, if you understood, if you enjoyed, and comment down your learning over here. So see you guys in the next video. We'll be talking further. So these were the references I have used for this. Okay, and this is a Telegram group you can join, Instagram page you can follow us on, and the link of the WhatsApp channel. So you need not to type this, there is a description box where you can go, sorry, description, where you can go and find out the detail for the WhatsApp channel. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. Take care, bye bye, thank you.